So let's talk about how you move up in spiritual rank. First of all, what is spiritual rank anyway? So, spiritual rank means that this is the frequency that you are vibrating on. This is your vibration. This is how much power that you have in the spiritual realm. Okay. Someone can have more power in the spiritual realm than they do in the physical. So how do we move up our spiritual rank? There's multiple ways that I personally believe that you can move up your spiritual rank based off my own experience. So the number one way that I would suggest if you're trying to move up spiritual rank and basically connect more with God, if we're being honest, then you have to break a generational curse or be actively breaking a generational curse. A lot of us have generational curses surrounding parenting, addiction, mental health, poverty. There's so many different generational curses that we are trying to break, big and small, right? And once you like intentionally decide to break a generational curse, that also moves you up in rank, because a lot of our ancestors, they didn't have the tools to break a generational curse. They didn't even try to break a generational curse. They didn't even like attempt or think about it. A lot of you guys have made the attempt. You have intentionally set your energy on, okay, I'm about to start breaking generational curses. That also moves you up in rank because of your intentions. And everything in life, at least what I believe, is about your intentions. Another way to move up in your spiritual rank is to prioritize your mental health, because your mental health is like, y'all, it's so much more important than anything else, because when you're mentally aligned and you're mentally in a great place, you have the ability to think straight, you have clarity, you can hear God's voice better, you connect more with what's for you, you stay in alignment with what's for you. Mental health, mental health, mental health. Okay. So when you're working on your mental health, whether that be depression, anxiety, any type of mood disorders that people have, doing breath work, meditating, exercising, whatever it is that you do, therapy, whatever it is that you do to work on your mental health, when you make that a top priority, you move up your spiritual rank, because again, it's like you're removing all the gunk and the darkness that you were dealing with for so long, and you can remove it, but also just like you're transmuting it into a more positive energy or more positive state of being, because without you going through whatever you went through that caused your mental health to struggle, you would not be able to be as powerful as you are and have the clarity that you have. It's kind of like they say, you can't get up if you don't fall. Like, you got to know what falling down is like in order to get up. So you're removing it, but a lot of times you're really just transmuting it. Okay, so mental health is a big deal. You have to make that a priority. You have to intentionally decide that you're going to do that, because again, it brings you clarity, it helps you connect with God, but it also puts you in a more positive state of being, right? Thoughts are electric, feelings are magnetic. So what you think, therefore you are. Okay, like, you have more power than they want us to believe. Another way to move up in spiritual rank, and honestly this is like my favorite way, is to use your creative gifts. Walk in your purpose, okay? Walk in your north node for my astrology people. When God lays on your heart a certain like creative outlet that you're supposed to be doing, or some type of purpose or destiny, when you decide to walk in that, that moves you up spiritual ranks so fast, y'all. Like, that is like an easy way to skyrocket in the spiritual realm, because you are in perfect alignment with God's plan for you. So if God is calling you to write books or sing or make products or be in some type of business avenue or whatever, I don't care what God called you to do. Okay, whatever it is that God called you to do, when you use your creative gifts and you walk in your purpose, you move up a spiritual rank so fast, because it's like you can't even be touched. When we're not walking in our purpose, I personally feel like God allows a little bit more to happen to us in order to teach us a lesson, in order to get us to our purpose and like, you know, the start of it. But when you are there, honey, yeah, you're gonna go through trials and tribulations, but they're gonna hit differently because it kind of just rolls off the shoulders. Like the ops can't really mess with you the same way they could if you weren't walking in your purpose, if you were still in the south node energy. Like they can't really mess with you the same. So when you are brave enough to take that first step and say, you know what, I'm going to walk in my purpose, I'm going to do what God has called me to do, honey, your spiritual rank move up so fast. So those were three, I think that was three or four, I want to say three. Those are three main ways that you can move up in your spiritual rank. Number one, breaking generational curses. It's not easy, but you're doing it. Number two, prioritizing your mental health. Your mental health has to be prioritized. Your brain is the most powerful organ in your body, if you ask me. And number three, walking in your purpose and using your creative gifts. If you do those three things, you gonna rank up so fast spiritually that nobody can touch you. And you have the ultimate protection.